From all of us, we'd really like to send our best wishes to Patricia, but I know that you've written something very special for her, and you'd like to share that with us all.
I'd like to indeed. This one is called My Love. Although I cannot love her as a lover, I gaze upon her beauty as she sleeps and wonder if she feels me by her side. I gently touch her shoulder. My silent thoughts whisper loving words in her ear. I pray that soon I will say them aloud, and she will hear me, and I will see her smile as if to say, you know, I seem to have heard those words before. Only then shall I say with all my heart, welcome home, my love.
So beautiful.
Thank you. You've done with me.
That is just so gorgeous. So at what point did you write that for her?
Actually, it was about 2 years ago I wrote this, 2 years ago. I write things all the time. You know, I write poetry. It's a release valve for me. I find it very rewarding to,
Therapy.
when I've written something and I read it back, I feel relaxed. You know, it's almost like...
and you've had a bit of a breakthrough, you were saying.
Pardon me?
You've had a bit of a breakthrough with Patricia's Alzheimer's.
Day by day, we see a slight change in her. It's not going to be easy, and I'm sure that, you know, we're all sitting back and waiting for the pharmaceutical companies to lay that golden egg on us, not only for Alzheimer's, but for cancer and for many other diseases that are around, you know. But I'm sure it's around the corner, you know. We just wait. We just have to wait patiently.
Does she recognise
But in the meantime, we must not waste time. We must do things for ourselves, you know.
I've known Patricia for many years. I mean, like yourself, she's such a beautiful woman. Do you sometimes feel angry that you have lost the woman whom you married?
Sometimes there is anger there because I feel she's missing so much of what I'm doing and, you know, and enjoying, whereas she's lacking in that enjoyment, you know. And I feel guilty about the whole situation. I really do. I really feel guilty about it. And I haven't had a holiday in a long time owing to this fact. I mean, I work around the world, but that's not a holiday. It's my work, and I enjoy doing it. But I mean, sitting on the beach and enjoying the weather and going dancing or going to nightclubs or something like that. We haven't done in 10 years.
Is that something you can't imagine ever doing without Patricia?
I wouldn't do it without her. And
do you ever think that you might come to a point where she can get better and she can come to those things with you?
I never think that she's not going to get better. I always think she's going to get better, and that's my...
Is that what keeps you going?
I guess it, in a way, forces you, though, to think back on your life and on your marriage and on family. It must force you, in a way, to think of those things all the time.
Well, I think of it all the time. I think, you know, my children have been very instrumental in giving me support and family support. And fortunately, I've been able to take care of my wife in a proper manner, and she gets proper care. And I think I'm one of the best carers around. You know, because when they are around, I give them a rest. I say, you go, I'll take care of it.
Does she still recognise you?
Oh, yes, yes.
And how does she relate to you?
Well, you know, not in a great way. The funny thing is, it's more or less more at night time than in the morning, because it seems to be in the morning I'll say, "Good morning, my darling," and she'll look at me and she'll say, I say, "Come on, say good morning," and she'll say, "Good morning," you know. And at night she'll say, I said, "Good morning," or "Good night, my darling," and she'll say, "Good night," and I'd say, "I love you." There'll be a long little pause, and then she'll say, "I love you."
Oh, so sweet. Thank you so much.
Well, we truly appreciate your honesty, and it's such an insight into a very personal part of your life, and you've given us more than we ever thought you could have today. That was a very emotional chat. Thank you very much for taking the time to share that.
I thank you. My wife thanks you.
Thank you. Thank you.